What's going on, guys? It's Zoe with No Days Off DFS here to bring you that NBA slate breakdown for the massive slate we got today. Now, I know it has been a minute, it has been a while. I apologize, your boy. I had some training I had to do for work, so for the past 2 weeks, that is where your boy has been. Have not been able to do any of these videos, but I've still been putting out DFS content and prize picks and prop content on the site for Dub Club. All that stuff has been up there for the group. So if you guys have been looking for my content and stuff, I still have been participating in regards to that. Also inside the Discord, been talking to everybody, been in there. We've been hashing out plays and things like that. So definitely, if you guys are looking for another spot to be able to find the content besides just getting what you get right here on the YouTube, make sure you check the link down in the description below for that Dub Club. It is right there in the description. And make sure you guys join into the Discord. Why do you want to join the Discord? I'm gonna tell you right now. Right now, for the rest of this for the NFL season, I haven't done this yet for the NBA, but for the NFL season, I am doing a give back to the community who support us here for No Days Off. So pretty much, I am staking a 5 or 6 pick flex on prize pick for the group for Discord. So if you guys submit a pick whenever I drop the announcement that, hey, I am staking today, and typically right now I'm doing it for the NFL on the NFL Sunday slates. So big massive slate. Haven't done one for NBA, might be doing one this week, who knows, but definitely just doing a give back pretty much for the holiday times, for Christmas and everything. So definitely, if you guys want to get in on that, join in on that, definitely check out the Dub Club and then join in on to the Discord. You guys be able to join in on that whenever I drop that announcement. You guys can participate. Maybe I'll do one here for YouTube. Depends on how much support and interest I get from everybody here on YouTube. So let me know down in the comment section if you guys would be interested in a stake or something like that. Of course, pay you guys through Venmo or Cash App would be exactly, of course, how I pay it. And pretty much everyone who participates, the prize will be split between you guys. Right now, I'm staking up to $50 on 5 or 6 flex. The guys from last week that I staked, we went. One of the players got injured. We went a clean 4 out of 5, pretty much with the injured player, and then 3 out of 4 since one player got DMP'd, rebooted, and then one player just completely missed. And honestly, we would have cleared it 4-4 if someone didn't change the pick. Not calling any names, but with it being said, we ended up getting from 50 going up to 75. So they want to go all in with 75 for next week. So we're going to go all the way in with the 75. So definitely going to be a bigger, massive prize pool in regards to that. So definitely, if you guys want to join in and be a part of that, I got 2 slots because I had to fill in one of the last slots. Only had got 4 people to roger up and be able to do it. So definitely, if you guys want to do that, check that out. Link for that down in the description below. All right. Getting back into the regular flow of things, the mojo. I know it's been a minute. Bear with me if your boy has a bunch of ums as I try to remember, how to do this whole talking thing. Like I said, we got a massive big slate, some pretty interesting games on the slate. I hope you guys enjoyed the in-season tournament. It was pretty cool. I guess really nice that LeBron was able to win another championship of something. I said championship. Pretty much was. But won another championship of something, even though I still think that the MVP should have been MVP of the actual main championship game. But whatever. Definitely, again, great. Good job for the Lakers. Hopefully they can actually do it when it matters for the big chip when that comes down to it. But really cool that they won the first in-season tournament. That was definitely really cool. Iteration of something for us to have during the season. Really great to actually see playoff basketball in the middle of the season, which we don't normally get to see. Like, they actually looked really dialed in, was very much very interesting. So enjoyed that. Hopefully you guys did too. But looking at it, a lot of injuries, as you can see. We're definitely in the full swing of things for the NBA with players out left and right, game time decisions, missing practice, sick, all sorts of shit. So looking over real quick for Indy, guys, they've been out for quite some time. Nemhard, he got injured in that during the in-season tournament. Smith, he's been out for a little minute. Over here for Detroit, really just want to pay attention to see if Bagley's going to be in or out. Jalen Duren's already out, so if Bagley's going to miss, then we will see some James Wiseman. I definitely do think this gives a boost to players like Isaiah Stewart and Bogdanovich, Kate Cunningham. Their rebounding prowess, that's definitely going to be used inside that game. For Cleveland, they're missing a couple of their role players, and Evan Mobley. That's a big thing for them. Evan Mobley is going to be out, and Karis LeVert, and also Ty Jerome. So should be a tight rotation for Cleveland going up against Orlando. In Orlando, I will say this is going to be a tough matchup for them. Orlando, they are one of those top 5, top 10 defensive teams, actually really good on the defensive side. So really interesting for Orlando. Want to pitch in to see if Suggs is going to be back or not. He had an ankle injury, so he's missed a couple of games. Folks, he's been missing for quite a minute. That is crazy. But if Suggs is to miss, we'll get Gary Harris. Washington, Daniel Gafford, game time decision, but not really too worried about Washington. They're still a dumpster fire. Biggest thing is going to be, is Embiid going to play or not? He did participate in shoot around, so hopefully he will be back. Kyle Lowry, game time decision. We're already without Bam. We're already without Tyler Hero. So a lot of uses will be going around over here. Orlando Robinson, really great spot for him. We know we have attacked centers going up against the Charlotte Hornets throughout the season. That won't change much right here. If Mark Williams is going to miss here again, which he's a toss-up to play, then we will see Nick Richardson. He should go ahead and get the start, which he hasn't done too bad in that position spot. So definitely something to pay attention to right there. Denver, we finally got Jamal Murray. He's back after missing quite some time. For Atlanta, I would expect Jamal Murray to play, by the way. For Atlanta, DeAndre Hunter, game time decision. If he's going to be out, then we'll see Sadiq Bey slide back into that role right here. And then we should see... who is it that they would actually slide? I can't remember exactly who they would actually slide right here for the power forward position, but Bogdanovich. There we go. One of those guys, they'll slide into this position and spot, but Sadiq Bey, he'll falter in between these two roles, and then of course Johnson, that's the main guy that missing at the power forward position. So there's that. For Toronto, no news that really got to pay attention to. New York, Jalen Brunson, biggest thing we got to know. If Brunson's going to miss, it's going to give us a whole lot more uses for RJ Barrett, Julius Randle, Dante DiVincenzo. Even more players like Josh Hart off the bench, they'll get a really good boost in usage. Minnesota taking on the Pelicans. Anthony Edwards, you know if he's going to be in or out. We already know McDaniels, McLaughlin, their game time decisions, but doubt they're going to be playing. Nothing really we got to pay attention for the Pelicans. For the Spurs, they're all good. Houston, really all good. Not to worry about Tari Easton, Reggie Bullock. These are low usage players right there anyway. For Chicago, Patrick Williams, Zach LaVine, he's still out. Alex Caruso, he's been a game time decision almost every single game, but he's played. Anyway, for Milwaukee, really nothing to pay attention to over there for Milwaukee. Same old. Utah Jazz, Walker Kessler, Larry Larkin, and biggest two things are going to be out. John Collins, I fully expect him to play. Want to say he went through shoot around, so not worried about that. Lou Dort is going to be out, so I would expect Casey Wallace should slide into the starting lineup. So I do believe they got this correct here in regards to Casey Wallace. Now we could see them mix it up. Maybe they'll toss in maybe someone else like Karen Williams or something like that. But I would expect it should be Casey Wallace here in this spot, especially going against the Jazz. For Dallas, Kyrie Irving, biggest thing is Kyrie's going to be out. And then for Memphis, they got missing a whole ton of players. He's almost done with that suspension, so he should be back soon. For Brooklyn, Ben Simmons might be just done in the league. His back, man, that's just shitty. Sacramento Kings, Malik Monk, biggest thing over there. Portland, if DeAndre Ayton's going to be in or out. Jeremy Grant, he's already been ruled out. They've been running the makeshift lineup anyway. They're tanking again, so it really kind of doesn't even matter. But for the Clippers, really no news really to report over there for them. All right, going over the DraftKings site, played most on site. We haven't had the big takedown yet. It's coming. Don't worry about it. We're going to get there. But if you guys don't have an account, check the link down in the description below so you guys get that deposit match bonus. Join your boy over here on the King. Now, just like what we've been doing, even before I took the break, I'm only going to really cover over pretty much how we should be building, looking at the studs, things like that, in regards to looking at the lineup. So looking at everything, long as Joel Embiid actually plays, definitely feel like Joel in a spot going up against Washington. We've already seen this couple of games already this season. He has dominated going up against Daniel Gafford, dropping 75 and 79 fantasy points in both of those games, sitting there at 11-7. Really don't see any beat around the bush in regards to just going ahead and playing Joel Embiid. He's listed as questionable, but he did participate in shoot around this morning. So again, I do expect him to play. If he is to miss, then of course we should see Paul Reed slide into the starting lineup. That could be the case. If that's going to be the case, then of course that's going to give a boost to players like Tobias Harris, Tyrese Maxey, everyone else on the team outside of Joel Embiid. And then of course you can take a chance on Paul Reed at that value. Now outside of that, another stud of course I think we should really focus on and figure out how we're going to build around is are we going to play Luka? Luka is going to be playing without Kyrie. We already know the usage that he has when he's out there on the court, especially with Kyrie. Without Kyrie, it's even higher. He's already played going up against the Memphis Grizzlies once this season, dropping 76 fantasy points in 40 minutes in that game. Dominating game, 12 rebounds, 35 points, 12 assists. Just amazing in regards to what he did. So if there's a way, if we can find the value to do it, I definitely don't mind going with a Luka and Embiid stack if I can go ahead and get to that. We're not looking at 12K price tags like we've had before. So I don't hate going with that route if we can. Now, the oddball out is going to be the Joker, Giannis. Both these players really don't see the usage. Well, not going to say the usage. Really don't see the ownership going in that direction for these guys. But I will say the Joker, games going up against Clint Capella and the Atlanta Hawks, not really nothing to write home about. He's had 160 burger in the past 2 years, but really just hovering in that 50 to 55-ish range in regards to his fantasy points. Don't hate going to him. Would definitely, if Embiid was to be out, don't mind pivoting in that direction, going there. That's definitely something that you can do. And then outside of that, Giannis, so spot. The usage is there. It's okay. Don't hate it, but not a must, especially still just with him and Dame. I'm really not too interested in going there. But Tyrese Halliburton, Coming out here, we know we have attacked opposing point guards going up against the Detroit Pistons, and the usage, everything that this kid is doing is ridiculous. Every point guard that has gone up against them over the last several games, Darius Garland, Jalen Brunson, D'Angelo Russell, Tyus Jones, even Hallie, when he played them already, he dropped 47 on them recently. All of them have done pretty well going up against Detroit, so definitely don't mind going right back here. In 32 minutes, 136 was the point total that they scored in that game. He dropped 47 fantasy points, 26 points, 10 assists, 2 rebounds. So definitely don't mind going into Hallie here. Maybe he might have some aggression to take out after that in-season tournament and how they guarded him in regards to, didn't win the game, didn't do as best as what he thought he could do. So definitely don't mind looking right here at coming out here for Tyrese Halliburton. Now coming down into some of the other studs that we can definitely go to. Definitely can play a Damian Lillard if you want to mix it up. Go right there. Like I said, Tyrese Maxey. If Joel Embiid is going to be out, definitely not a bad spot, bad matchup for him. Let's go in a little bit more. Afroon Şengün, definitely do not mind going to him. We know opposing centers going up against the Spurs. It's definitely been something that we've been able to attack, even though they got Wemby. It's been pretty great. Now, the game that the Spurs played going up against the Houston Rockets early in the season, that was an overtime game that they played. In that game, Şengün, he did drop 58 fantasy points, so don't mind going right back to Şengün here in this spot. We know the usage and everything that this kid has is pretty good. That game played back in October, dropped 58 fantasy points, like I said. A really good spot. Don't mind going to him. And then on the other side, definitely don't mind coming out here at the 8-8, going out here and getting Wemby. So $100 difference that you can go to. Both of these guys, pretty good spot. Wemby, he's looking a lot better over his last couple of games, rebounding like crazy. Looks very well. Dropped 47 fantasy points in that matchup going up against them early in the season. Like I said, 31 minutes, dropped 49 fantasy points. So, I said 47, 49 fantasy points. So definitely don't mind him. Like I said, coming off of a 2020 game going up against the Bulls last time, I dropped 63 fantasy points. So really do not mind either one of those guys if we're looking at this position spot as possible plays that we can go to for the value. And then if you're looking for something for a late night hammer, don't mind going to Kawhi Leonard, who's looking much better and plays much better after getting a couple days of rest. I know it's going up against the trash behind Portland Trailblazers, but somebody's got to score. Somebody's got to go ahead and dominate out here in the game. So do not mind going with my boy Kawhi Leonard. All right, now we've already talked about all the main, the big guys, stuff like that. Let's look at some value that we can actually get to. Value, of course, for me is going to be any player that's under 5K. Those are going to be the guys that I want to focus on, guys that I'm going to be looking at. Now, I already said, of course, excuse me. We're already expecting for players to be missing and out in a couple games. We just got the word that Daniel Gafford, he is going to miss tonight. So that's some news that was already waiting for it to go ahead and drop. Again, like I said, if Mark Williams is to miss for the Charlotte Hornets, definitely could see them sliding with their backup center. Sorry, Josh Richardson's name. It made me think of him. But Nick Richardson would be definitely something that you can go ahead and plug in there at that spot. Now, with the Thunder, I know that it has that Kason Wallace. He should be starting. This is definitely a game I could see possibly for getting us some Isaiah Joe. Sitting here at 4K without Joel Embiid. Not Joel Embiid, sorry. Without Lou Dort being in there. Definitely could see some more minutes for Joe come out there. Going up against the Utah Jazz. Definitely see him with the sprayer. 20-plus fantasy points could be definitely in the realm right there, especially for the minutes that he possibly can go out there and play. Kason, he got a decent offensive bag, but it's not the biggest offensive bag, so definitely do not mind that at all. Like I already said, Nick Richards sitting right here at the 4.6 price tag. Long as Mark is out, definitely do not mind going right there. Now, with Walker Kessler being out, Omar Yurtseven, he should go ahead and get the start. Very good fantasy point per minute producer whenever he's out there. He was still starting even whenever he was back. Should be able to gobble up all the rebounds here. The Thunder, we're a very poor rebounding team. Yurtseven, he can stretch the floor a little bit. He will take a couple of threes here and there. I definitely do not mind going to Yurts as a possible play. And a little tidbit, he did used to play for the OKC Blue. So definitely a little bit of revenge that we can look right there. Andrew, is it Andrew or Aaron? I should know my own team. Aaron Wiggins. Aaron Wiggins sitting at 3,600, of course, like I said, with no Lou being out there. Definitely can see at least about 15-20 minutes. Another value play you could possibly go to and look at if you're looking for some more value on today's slate. If you want to take a stab, and granted, he let me down last time I rostered him, Derrick Rose, 4,700. If they start Derrick Rose, you could take a stab there. But I'm not gonna lie, Derrick Rose has not been looking too great outside of his game that he had going against the Utah Jazz, where he played amazing. But outside of that, man, D Rose has not looked too hot. Of course, I know dude needs to go ahead and retire, but definitely someone that you can consider. And then, of course, Josh Richardson at 5K with the players that they do have out for Miami Heat. Definitely someone that you can look to as a value play sitting at that 5K range. All right. So covered a couple of really good value plays. Like I said, my game plan, my thought process looking at Slate already, definitely going to be deciding between, am I going to play Luka, am I going to play Embiid, or am I going to be able to go ahead and fit both of them in? I will try to fit both of them in, see how that goes in regards to value building on Slate. Going to wait for some more of the injury news to go ahead and pop out and come out. Definitely, if you guys are looking for the full, my full list of my top value, top studs, and top mid-tier plays, check the link down in the description below for the Dub Club. I will post that closer to lock, and I will also have my core, and you guys will be able to tell, am I going with the double studs of Luka and then and Embiid, or am I only going to go with one of them on today's slate? So definitely check that out if you guys are looking for more stuff. Already posted prop plays for today. We have some Monday Night Football. Try to get a slip up for that as well. Hopefully you guys do cash out, and guess what? Your boy's back. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Peace.